You might ask, why is it even important for our children to be creative? Well, you must remember that creativity is a form of expression, and when children experience success, it helps build self-esteem. And do we know what this is again?
Sealing wax.
That's right, that's the sealing wax. Sealing wax again. Boy, I'm using sealing wax a lot, huh? I didn't realize I was using it so much. Let's go out into the hallway. That's another piece. This is squished up paper on the bottom, and I took a piece of wood and I covered it with another piece of paper that had some Chinese writing on it, and then I just found this old stick and I found the shellfish and I started, the sand dollar, and I started putting it together, and in this one, I just decided to put no color in it and make it very simple. And that's the one that's on the invitation. It's a washer at the bottom, and the same nail, Chris might recognize that nail again, and an old Chinese coin.
How did you get the little hole in it?
It comes with the hole in it. I don't know why. The coins that over in China, they always have those holes in it.
On the stick.
It came with it too. When I found the stick, it had a hole in it already. And I almost put a little picture of a little head in there, but I couldn't find a head that was skinny enough. So I thought, oh, you know, like somebody was looking out through the window. But you'd have to have a pretty skinny head, so I gave up on that, and I just left it just the way it is. Because what you really want to do is you want to start, you have to have a background. So the background can be paint, and you let it dry, or the background can be a piece of paper. So today I'm going to show you how to do one with a piece of paper. So usually what I do is something like this, and I love these papers, and I have a whole bunch of them over there if you guys want to try. I also have them in silver. So what I usually do is I take my board. Everybody has one of these today, and you can just use cardboard. I wrote down on a piece of paper. You can use plywood or masonite, so you can take that paper home with you. Then what I do is I just trace off my little square of whatever I want to have my artwork size be. Sometimes if I'm really lazy, I'll do that. And go ahead and get glue all over my base. See? Okay. Then I take my
collages that you didn't like.
Oh, always. I mean, you don't always like every. Caroline asked if I've ever done a collage I didn't like. Yes, I mean, but
did they lead you to other collages though?
They sure do, Caroline. That's exactly what happens. When you do something that you don't like, I don't believe that any of us ever make any mistakes. You don't make a mistake. What you do is if you just don't like something as much, what you do is you just change it. And that's the good thing about being an artist. Nobody can tell you what's right and what's wrong. You just do it. And sometimes I switch things and I say, oh, you know, I didn't like that piece of paper. I'm going to try it again. But it's not the end of the world. And this way, now see what happens? This paper is kind of thin. So when you put this paper, this Chinese paper down, you kind of get little creases in it. But I like the creases. Do you guys like the creases? They're like air bubbles. Now, if you didn't want the air bubbles, you could take a ruler or you could take, you know, something that's hard and kind of drag it.